Star, and this is the video for day number 156 of my Song a Day project. And the song that I'm doing is a rendition of Perfect Situation by Weezer. What's the deal with my brain? Why am I so obviously insane? In the perfect situation, I let love down the drain. Here's a pitch, slow and straight. All I have to do is swing and I'm a hero. But I'm a zero. Hungry nights once again. Now it's getting unbelievable. As I could not have it better, but I just can't get no play from the boys all around. As they search tonight for someone to hold on to, I'll just pass through, singing oh, 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 singing oh, 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 oh. Get your hands off the boy, can't you see that he belongs with me? And I don't appreciate this excess company, though I can't satisfy all the needs he has, and so he starts to wonder. It's no wonder, singing oh, 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 singing oh, 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 oh. Tell me there's some logic out there, so that I can better prepare for the day that something really special might come. Oh, tell me there's some hope for me. I don't want to be lonely for the rest of my days on the earth. Oh, 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 singing oh, 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 singing oh, oh, That was my rendition of Perfect Situation by Weezer. And that is like my favorite song by them, but I wasn't really thinking of doing it for the project because I didn't really think I could do a great job on it, and plus I knew that there were gender-specific lines in it, but I was able to alter it slightly. When I was first looking it over, you know, the first one was easy, you know, just girl to boy, but I'd forgotten about the second verse, and I had to alter that quite a bit, including the last line of it. Well, actually, I guess this is the third verse, but because there's the first two, and then there's the chorus, and another one. But anyway, so I did boy, and you know, he instead of she, but in the song it goes, and so she starts to wander. Can you blame her? Wander her. So him would not fit as well, so I changed it to It's No Wonder. I thought that was clever, right? Anyway, yeah, I had to alter it a bit, and I actually combined the two versions of it. If you're familiar with the song, then you probably remember, as I do, that the album version is different than the video version. And I knew the video version first, and I like that version a lot more. I love the oh, 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 where it goes up. But then I got the album for Christmas one year, and I was listening to it, and I was bummed because I'm oh, 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 and you know, it went down and kind of, and what was one of my very favorite parts of the song wasn't in it, so I was a bit bummed. And I don't know why they did it differently for the video, although the video was almost certainly made after the original song, so perhaps they improved upon it. But so I combined the two. I mixed both of those in there. The video had Alicia Cuthbert, not exactly sure how to pronounce her name, in it. And I guess a lot of people know her from 24, and then I think she was on that Happy Ending show. But I think she was on one of the late seasons of Are You Afraid of the Dark as a kid, and actually there's quite a few people from the two stints of that show that have, you know, become rather famous. Like Rachel Blanchard was on the original, and Vanessa Lenges from Stick It and stuff was, I think, pretty young on the late 90s one. But I didn't get cable for most of that era, so I did not get to see a lot of it. I would get to watch Are You Afraid of the Dark at my grandparents occasionally when I was little, and my grandma would have to stay up with me because I'd be scared. And a lot of of people, even like my age, still get freaked out with that swing in the beginning with no one on it. I remember having a conversation with people about that. The beginning was very creepy. But, and I actually have a couple of the seasons of Are You Afraid of the Dark on DVD, but I had to get them from Canada, Amazon. And then they like took it out of production, and so people charge like $300 a line. It's like, are you insane? It's just so wrong, you know. Why stop making DVDs or books or CDs that people want? It's really dumb. But anyway, I mean, especially when some things are so easily manufactured. But, you know, I don't know. But anyway, also, she was brought in partway through the one and only season of the show, The Forgotten. She was added in. And I forget, she had a name that you don't hear all the time. I forget what her character's name was. I'll put it over this. But anyway, that was one of my very favorite shows, and I still do not get why it didn't make it. I think it was a Jerry Bruckheimer, and you know, it was interesting and had a good premise and was engaging. So I don't know why that didn't make it when so many others, especially so many other shows of his, do. You know, it was interesting and it had heart. And I'm not a fan of Christian Slater, but you know, the show worked with the cast as it was, although they did make that mid-season alteration. And we never got to find out what the deal was with the redhead. I think her name was Lindsay's husband. There was something about him being a monster. I'm thinking he was like some kind of murderer or something, but they never followed through on that storyline, and I still wonder about that. Do TV writers not think people need closure? It's ridiculous. But anyway, I mean, you invest so much time. You invest way more time than you'd invest in a movie, but then they never give you answers about things, especially when TV shows just get ripped off the air. And that one actually got ripped off the air, but they, I forget, they did something weird with the order. They aired 2 episodes after they had finished airing the season in, like, you know, the regular, you know, September to May thing. But I forget when they actually aired the last one, because the last one you actually did get some closure on this show. It was a really amazing episode. Though I won't spoil it, because if you've not seen it, you should. Although it's really hard to come by, because they don't make it on DVD at all. That makes me really mad. And, you know, now if you look up The Forgotten, you find that movie from, like, I don't know, the early 2000s with, I guess, Linus Roach and, what's her name? Julianne Moore. I think they might also both be in that new movie Nonstop. And what's the deal with that stories with her or them and planes? I don't know. Anyway, I haven't seen that, though. But yeah, you see that Forgotten. Just like if you were to look up the others, you'd see the Nicole Kidman movie and not the short-lived late 90s series. So people just totally forget about these things. It bothers me so much. Anyway, though, The Forgotten was such a good show. And so I just had to mention that because of the connection with the music video. Yeah, you know, it was a show about John and Jane Doe's. And it was like from their perspective, sort of. Like, they'd tell their story and, like, you know, as the people who were like a group of volunteers, as the people were like looking into the case, you know, the voice of the deceased person would kind of, you know, remember things and explain details and stuff. And it sounds nutty when I explain it, but it was really quite a well done show. And it's like up there on my all-time favorites, even though I've only got 1 season. But they really should release it on DVD. Listen, people out there who design these things, put it on DVD. Anyway, oh, and also, you know, that show, between that and Cold Case, I guess, but mainly that, because, you know, I didn't know that there were these organizations, like volunteer organizations that, you know, looked into cold cases. It inspired me to look into doing something like that. And, I mean, there's things like the VDOC Society and stuff that are very, very exclusive, and you have to, like, be a field professional and be invited, and there's, like, a certain number of spaces. But then there's this thing called the Doe Network. And I was really interested in it, and it's like, you know, you work online with people, and you just, you know, sort of filter through information and try to, like, match up missing people with John and Jane Doe's and, you know, get people closure and stuff. And it sounded so, like, it just sounded like such an awesome thing to do. And I had actually, you know, kind of tried to delve into that on my own at some point, like looking stuff up online. But, you know, what are the chances you're going to see a connection that someone else didn't? Although, you know, perhaps if you devote more time. But anyway, so I applied to work with the Doe Network, like, almost a year ago, and they just never got back to me. And I was very upset about that, because I was looking forward to that for a long time. So I don't know what's up with that. But I mean, I had to get it notarized and everything, but then, I thought I had to mail it in, but it was just an email address, and then they just, never wrote back. So that stinks. But anyway, that's a total tangent. And anyway, so about the music video, so Alicia Cuthbert is in it, and she plays this, total biatch. Just so, nasty and spoiled, and she's throwing stuff all over the place, and, it's memorable. I can picture it in my head. But the thing, with the music video is, I guess it was supposed to be it compromised the integrity of the group. She was supposed to be this band member, I guess, who pushed them and sort of took away their essence. And for some reason, it's been so long since I've seen it, but I think that's why their shirts all said Weezer instead of Weezer. And I remember my dad seeing that, and it confused him because he wasn't familiar with the band, and he remembered the Weez part, but not that they're called Weezer. But that was a long time ago. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen the video in a long time, but that's the basic gist of it from what I remember, and my take on what I remember of it. But anyway, really great song, and hopefully I did a good job at it. I'm so congested. It's like I'm talking into a pillow right now, so I hope it did not sound bad. Anyway, I feel like I'm talking into a pillow, and it's probably because I haven't been sleeping with a pillow. You need to elevate your head. Anyway, and this was not intentional, but when I was practicing the song, I realized this is a line about a hero, and I'm wearing a Superman logo. It's a cute sweatshirt my mom got me quite a few years ago. But anyway, although it is not up there with, I have this one shirt that's a favorite shirt of mine that my mom got me in high school. It's got the Superman logo and it says Superstar. His middle name is Star, and it was just so special. It's my favorite big glittery logo and stuff. Pretty awesome. I still have it somewhere. I just haven't worn it in a long time. But anyway, so much rambling. Anyway, so once again, that was my rendition of Perfect Situation by Weezer. Oh, and by the way, that's one of at least a few songs of theirs that I like. I mean, I like Island in the Sun, which I now associate with the movie Aquamarine. And I like that one song that I don't mention the name of from their Red album. It's got a really catchy tune and some really great parts and some really great lines, but the title is so offensive. And I think at least one person in the group is a vegetarian, so I don't know. I guess it's just an analogy or something weird, the title, but that always bothered me. But the I'm gonna do the things that I wanna do. I ain't got a thing to prove to you, and I ain't gonna wear the clothes that you like. I'm fine and dandy with the me inside. I don't give a hoot about what you think. I'm not certain about a couple words there, but anyway, so that part of the song is great, and I love that, but it's just the title and its parts in the song that bothered me. But anyway, so just had to mention that as well. But anyway, once again, that prior to the part of the other song that I just sang was my rendition of Perfect Situation by Weezer for day 156 of my Song a Day project. And I'm hoping to have these up soon. Hopefully I will. Anyway, as always, thanks for listening, and please check back often. I'm Kristin Starr. Peace.